During the weekend of the 10th of October, that is really close to happening, we are gonna get EVO France 2025, a new exclusive event that might mean new announcements for fighting games. So in this video, we're gonna be discussing that, so get ready for it and let's get into it. And let's start this video with the game that I would argue everybody's still waiting for a new character announcement, and that is Marvel Tōkon. Do I think that there is a chance that on EVO France 2025, the Marvel Tōkon developers are actually gonna show a new character trailer? They didn't do it on EVO Vegas, they didn't do it on Tokyo Game Show. So why is there a chance now? Well, because it's not only that EVO France is gonna happen that weekend, but also the New York Comic Con. So it is, I would argue, a really good opportunity to do kind of like a joint announcement and basically show trailers in both events at the same time, or some sort of, of mix between the two events to show new characters, take into account that you have a big fighting game event and a big Comic Con event. So in that sense, it would be a good opportunity. I don't know if they see it like that, so I might be overthinking about it, but I would love to see a character announcement for Marvel Tōkon. And we kind of need it, guys. Please show us some characters. Then another game that is in the mouth of everybody is 2XKO, the new fighting game for Riot Games. And what are the chances that we get, for example, a character teaser trailer for a new 2XKO champion, taking into account that there is going to be a new character every 2.5 months, so the schedule to release new champions is going to be fairly quick. And not only that, but there's also technically leaks of the potential upcoming characters for year one, so the devs are probably aware of that, and I would think that maybe because of that they're gonna use this type of like big stages and event to tease one of the league characters just to like soft confirm it maybe. Or also what could happen is that the League of Legends World Championship is also going to happen between like mid-October to November, so there is a chance that Riot wants to put 2XKO in the eyes of League of Legends fans, and the new character after Teemo is actually going to be showcased on the World Championship Finals, for example, and it's basically like a big announcement for the League of Legends community and not on EVO France. But I do think that an announcement for 2XKO, especially a character teaser trailer for the next character after Teemo, could happen because this game needs to keep the momentum, to keep the hype, and it's hard to do it without announcements quickly. So it could for sure happen, but it could also be the case that the new character is gonna be showcased on the League of Legends World Championship. And for you console owners, PS5, Xbox, that want to play this game, I would say it is sadly very unlikely to get a console announcement for 2XKO this early. It's probably gonna happen by the end of the year or early 2026. Then of course we also have a Street Fighter 6. What could happen for SF6? Well, technically C-Viper should come out very close to the date of EVO France as an event, so maybe we're gonna see that last like battle pass and character trailer before she comes out. We already got a gameplay trailer, a guide for C-Viper, so I don't know what else they could showcase, and I doubt that there is gonna be like an Alex teaser. It would be really weird to get it this early, but maybe they would do it anyway. We all know that DLC characters are done with a lot of basically anticipation before they come out, and everything is done. It's just that they have a schedule, so maybe they're gonna just tease Alex right away because it is a big fighting game event, but I don't know how likely it is. And then will Capcom maybe show anything else, like a classic new game like SNK did with the Fatal Fury, re-release with rollback that we just got? It does feel early again, like Capcom has been releasing games like crazy, the collections, the MVC collection, the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. There is just so much that they've been doing and getting stuff out to the public around the fighting game genre overall, not only for Street Fighter 6. So I would be really surprised if Capcom has anything else to show here, unless it is Capcom versus SNK related. That is the only thing that I would not be surprised to see, because it is very obvious that Capcom versus SNK 3 is going to happen. I've been a big advocate in this channel that it is eventually going to see the light of day, and maybe EVO France is gonna be the moment, but for Capcom I would argue in a more realistic setting, the announcements are gonna be really small. Then of course we also got Fatal Fury City of the Wolves and Joe Higashi. It's coming up, so we should get the release date, the official day in which Joe is going to come out and be playable in the game. I did a collab with SNK in the channel showcasing Joe because they gave me early access, so a big thanks again to SNK for it, and I'm gonna leave a link to that video and other ones in the description if you enjoy fighting game content overall. So I would say that the Joe release date is kind of like the thing that SNK could show. They could also shadow drop him, like they shadow drop Ken on EVO Vegas, they shadow drop the rollback game for Fatal Fury All About. So it could be the case for Joe also, that kind of like getting into that method of shadow dropping. Maybe it's been useful in terms of sales and visibility for SNK, and that's why they are doing it. So that could be the case. And again, just like I said with Capcom, maybe we could see some sort of Capcom versus SNK 3 teaser, a very small thing, because I truly think that is going to happen. So it could be the case also that SNK does it and not Capcom. There is also the chance of a Chun-Li teaser, but it does feel too early. So let's move into the 3D fighting games. We have Tekken 8 and Virtua Fighter 6 also. They have some chances of doing announcements. Of course, I'm going to put them together because the chances of those are not that big, I would argue, in comparison to other games. And well, when it comes to Tekken 8, Armor King should be coming out relatively soon. So maybe they're going to do like a character showcase in the event more than an actual announcement. They're maybe just going to show the character moveset during the event in a panel. It could be the case, and it would be very fun to see, you know, all the details for the character. But I don't know what else they could do. If they do a teaser for Miyari-Su, could also happen, but it does feel really early again. Like Armor King does not even have a showcase as a character yet, just a gameplay trailer. So I don't know if Miyari-Su is going to see the light of day, you know, just yet. And then for Virtua Fighter 6, we just saw, you know, the fiasco that Tokyo Game Show was. They had a panel and they just showed so little. It did feel kind of like a joke, to be honest. So maybe they just have something for EVO France, and that's why they didn't show anything at Tokyo Game Show. It would be the best case, you know, that, oh guys, we didn't show anything at TGS because we have everything for EVO, and EVO France is gonna see, you know, a lot of gameplay for Virtua Fighter 6 and a character reveal. I hope that that happens, but I gotta say that BF6 is looking like it's going to be a delayed game, you know, that is gonna need more development time and it's not gonna come out, you know, as early as we might think. So I don't know if we're gonna see gameplay or a character showcase for BF6. I would say that it is actually unlikely. And then last but not least, there's also going to be a ton of anime games at EVO France. Granblue Fantasy vs Rising is going to have a tournament, Dragon Ball FighterZ is going to have a tournament, and Hunter x Hunter. So there is a chance that those games are going to get some sort of announcement. Actually, Bandai said that, for example, for Dragon Ball FighterZ, there were going to be news about the game in the Battle Hour. But I don't know if there's also going to be something at EVO France, because Dragon Ball FighterZ is technically a game that is over, you know, it ended. So is there going to be a sequel, or is there going to be a surprise DLC, you know, as a last hope for the player base of fighters? For Granblue and Hunter x Hunter, I'm pretty sure that we are gonna get more DLC and more content, so I wouldn't be worried about that at all. Hunter x Hunter is at least gonna have, you know, the entire Season 1 DLC, and Granblue, you know, it's a game that's gonna keep moving forward and it's gonna keep doing well. And then maybe some announcement for games like Under Night could also be the case, and that would be kind of like the wrap up for the anime category of fighting games, and it could probably see some announcements at least. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, remember to like and subscribe to support the channel. See some of the videos that I'm gonna leave in the pinned comment if you want to see more content from me, and have an amazing weekend ahead. See you soon.